Hallinan is a gun shop owner in Florida who does not want to allow any Muslims to come to his establishment. Now, of course, he has to deal with some legal issues as a result of that because you can't really discriminate if you're a business owner. So George Zimmerman actually wants to help him out. So what is he doing? Well, he is planning on selling his latest piece of art and splitting any type of profit he makes with Hallinan. Now, his latest piece of art is a Confederate flag. Let's take a quick look at that. He's really a talented artist. I feel like a first grader might be able to paint that. But anyway, he explains what the painting is, why he did this, and what it means to him. He says this painting was painted in honor of Andy Hallinan for being a true patriot and leading the country into a better, safer America. He's leading the country into a better, safer America by selling people guns and by discriminating against Muslims.
Okay. So Hallinan, if you remember, did the video with the Confederate flag in the background. And so that's why Zimmerman is drawing the Confederate flag. And he claimed to be for America. Of course, the Confederate flag stands for the people who rebelled against America and betrayed America. Small point. I'll get back to that with Zimmerman in a second. And then he said it was a Muslim-free zone, which is, again, against the whole point of the country, which respects all different religions. But these guys are not well-versed. To Anna's point, I don't know what it is about people who have free time on their hands and are right-wingers like George W. Bush and George Zimmerman. They think that they're artists. They're like, oh. And then, you know why? Because people humor them. That's a horrible painting.
It is. And even if it was something that I supported, like the subject matter was something I support, it's just the most easy,
But it literally looks childish.
Remedial art that you could ever imagine.
That's right. But he drew an American flag last time, and some idiot paid him $100,000 for it.
Yes. So they do more than just humor him. People will pay him cold, hard cash for his so-called artwork, which is why he feels encouraged to keep doing this, right? And I have no doubt that people will spend a lot of money on that, which is sad. He continues, the first flag I painted on this canvas was an American flag, but I decided to repaint over it with the Confederate flag when I heard Andy was getting sued by the Council on American-Islamic Relations. The second flag I painted was the battle flag, which we need in America in order to protect the first.
So that's why, it's a saying that gun rights advocates often say, the second protects our first, right? The Second Amendment protects the First Amendment. But he's saying this is a double entendre because Zimmerman's really brilliant. And he's saying the second flag protects the first, except for the fact the second flag betrayed the first. And you just painted over the American flag with the flag of the traitors who literally went to war against America. And he thinks he's smart.
Yeah.
He's like, the second flag protects the first one. Double entendre.
So, full disclosure here, I don't really care what George Zimmerman does, right? If George Zimmerman sells his art for $1 million, I seriously do not care. The only reason why I brought this story to the show is to point to all of you who watched our coverage of the Trayvon Martin story and told us over and over again, no, George Zimmerman is not racist. George Zimmerman is not racist at all. He was just protecting himself. He doesn't have anything against black people. He doesn't have anything against anyone. He is a racist piece of shit, okay? And for anyone who continues to defend him and say that he's not racist, you are a moron, okay? You're a fucking idiot.
Okay, nonetheless, we're doing a poll on it and seeing how many of you are fucking morons. George Zimmerman has dedicated a Confederate flag painting, as we explained here. Does this prove Zimmerman is a racist? So far, 87% saying yes, 13% morons. Now, look. I have a slightly more nuanced opinion than Anna does on this. I get why you could be a Southerner and say, well, that's heritage. I get why you might be in that 13% and say, no, he's just looking for attention. He doesn't really care how he gets it. He knew he'd get it that way. And I think that's a really fair comment to make. But overall, does George Zimmerman care about making sure black people aren't offended? No, of course not, right? Is he going to go out of his way to offend black people? Apparently so, right? And so it's not like he's unaware that no matter what he thinks of the Confederate flag, that black people find it very offensive. He knows that some people thought that he was racist for shooting that black kid who was unarmed, right? And he goes, oh yeah, I'm going to rub it in your face.
No, that's absolutely right. And take the Confederate flag part of this out, right? Let's say that he was painting ducks and he was trying to raise money for this man. He wants to raise money for this man because he likes that this man discriminates against Muslims. Okay, he's fucking terrible. I mean, how much more evidence do you want? He's a bad, bad person.
The super last irony here is, as I look at those pictures of Zimmerman on our graphics, there's some chance that Hallinan would have seen Zimmerman and go, no, this is a Muslim-free zone. You're not allowed in.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And I love the people who are like, well, Zimmerman's kind of Latino, so he can't be racist.
That's true. It's true. All Latinos exempt from racism at birth.